But this week, we, as a team, are going to focus on the DP World Tour, the Abu Dhabi Championship, and the Tournament of Champions for the women. So, Paul, maybe you want to start us off with Abu Dhabi?
Yes, it's been played for the first time at the Yaz Links. Sounds like a 90s techno band. Obviously, a desert course by the seaside. So it is sort of the conditions dictate how low you can go there. And if the wind gets up, it can be quite a test. And there is a wee bit of wind in the forecast for the Yaz Links this weekend. So just keep that in mind. Obviously, desert rat form. Players have performed over there in the desert before. Certainly should tweak your interest. I think that's about it.
Also, links form as well, isn't it?
Links form heavy for me.
Yeah, like it's a bit of a bizarre one. You obviously look at the desert, but being by the sea and whatnot. I mean,
it's been described as the first true links course of the UAE.
Hey.
Yeah.
So yeah, and also I had Kyle Phillips form too.
Yeah,
is,
which is what Alfred Dunhill links.
Yep.
And Kingsbarn.
Kingsbarn, yes. Reading off the same song sheet here. All right, who wants to start? Tom, you weren't here last week.
Look, I've gone through and I sort of identified a few guys down the page and whatnot. I tried to come up with someone different, but all the stats, all the hype led me back to, I don't think I've done this on the cut line before, to a single digit favourite, and that's Colin Morikawa. If he wins this week and Jon Rahm finishes, I think, tied for 7th or worse, he will become the world number one. Obviously, best iron player in the world, seriously accurate off the tee. His flat stick has let him down in the last couple of tournaments. But I think this week, with it being a new course, with not that many people knowing the greens, I don't think his putting will be, I guess, as far away. I think other players are going to struggle on the greens as well, and he can sort of hold sort of par or even with the field on the greens in tough conditions. He's just got class. He's got drive. Obviously, won here in the desert in the last start, and I just can't go past him, to be honest. So I'm going to be boring, but I just think Colin is my man this week.
Yeah, I can get behind that. I won't, but I can definitely get behind that.
He's very much in the sort of a mold of a Matsuyama, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
It's like if Morikawa's putter is even lukewarm this weekend, he's going to be right there in the mix. So, yeah, very, very easy to see why he is, in fact, a $7.50 favourite, but why you would still be quite keen to back him.
Just trying to have a quick look here. I read somewhere that it's supposed to, if you get an early late tee slot,
Thursday, Friday,
you're probably better favoured or better suited because the wind's supposed to get up late on the first day. So it'd be fairly calm early morning first day. So I'm just trying to find the tee sheet, but I can't do that and talk.
I'll go with my top tip then.
Thanks.
I've tried to think slightly outside the box, so I can understand why you'd like to back Morikawa at $7.50. McIlroy, who has always enjoyed playing in the desert, also at $7.50. Victor Hovland, who once again has got that all-round game to put him in most tournaments. He's at $11. So I've gone further out, though. I've gone Tyrell Hatton at $23. He's a defending champ. Last season on the European Tour, he was top 20 in greens in regulation and putts per greens in regulation. He had a fairly solid finish to the season as well. And I think he, at the price, I think he can perform and give us a bit of a bit of a look come Sunday. So Tyrell Hatton at $23.
Well, good news for you is Tyro Hatton is off early.
Defending champ.
Defending champ.
Not at the Yaz Links, but yeah.
In the tournament. As I said, I can see why you picked Colin Morikawa. It's very close to going Rory as well with his desert form. And I just love Rory. But I'm going a little bit wider as well. A former Open winner, an Irishman, Shane Lowry at $21. I think he stands up as one of the guys who can tip up these top tier players, especially if that wind gets up. As I said, he carved them up at the Irish Open as an amateur in, I think, 2009 in the wind and rain there. Windy, he's a former champion at this tournament, Abu Dhabi Championship 2019. Very windy there. That week, he's finished 4th and 5th in the last 2 Dubai Desert Classics. And his 9 starts to close out 2021, dating back to the Irish Open. He didn't finish any worse than T23, and has gained strokes and approach in all of those starts. So Lowry, one to watch for 2022.
That Open Championship win, those conditions were just deplorable.
They were. So I'm hoping for a little bit of wind here.
Yeah. Won't be as cold as his Open Championship win, but
and I think too the way he closed out the Ryder Cup last year, he was pretty impressive, even though they got towed up. But yeah, big season for Shane Lowry. So I'll take him. He's paying $21. Mid tier, Tom.
Mid tier. Now I've got a couple here. Just remind me what our price low price is for mid tier.
$32.99.
Okay, that's fine then. So I'm going to actually go with South African, and that's Big Dean Burmester. He actually last time in the World Championship in November he was tied for 6th in Dubai. He also has form at what we said was one of the correlation courses at the Alfred Dunhill Links, where he was 7th last year. He seems to, like I said, he seems to thrive in the desert, and I think that he doesn't mind playing in the wind. He's at $41, and I think he is a good shout. Like I said, he's sort of top 10 the last couple of times he's been out in the desert, and he's a good each way play this week for me.
Nice, Paul.
I'm going for a top 100 player on the World Golf Rankings from Denmark, Rasmus Højgaard, paying $51 at the moment. Off the tee in his iron play, was very, very good last season. He's won on tour as well, so he knows that winning feeling. Once again, just need that flat stick to warm up slightly, and he should be there or thereabouts. So Rasmus Højgaard for me at $51.
Nice. I'm going for an Australian, Adam Scott, at $31. For some reason, I don't know about you guys, but whenever there's wind or links courses involved, the Australians always sort of jump out at me. Cam Smith, first week, Mark Leishman, Sony. Minwoo Lee had a good week back in his home country last week.
Back at Queensland. Long plane trip for him to.
I did. I've actually got him circled this week too, but I won't officially take him on the cut line. Yeah, I mean, Adam Scott, he should be an Open Championship winner. 2012. He's won in Doha. He's been in the UAE practicing for the last couple of weeks, which I think is pretty big. And a stat that I found, he goes very well out the gate, first tournament of the season. And I think it was 22 starts. That's how long he's been around. He's had 2 wins, 5 top 7s in his first start back, and then another win and a couple of seconds in his second start back to the year. So can come out the gate early, hot. So fingers crossed for Adam Scott. He's paying $31 here. Tom and Ruffy. It looks like a long shot, baby.
A roughie. Well, I get down to the betting page when I see a 1.
I've got the same one.
Zeros, and I see one man who sticks out, and that, of course, is Ryan Fox. Now, I've been informed he's had a very nice summer fishing.
Yes.
I think we're looking at correlation courses now. I don't know this, but I would guess that he would have had a couple of rounds at Tyro Hatton. Tyro Hatton is like a links course in the desert, isn't it? Bit of wind,
I wouldn't know.
the ocean, sand. I think a refreshed Foxy over there at 100s, he's going to be my roughie.
Catching fish doesn't help you make putts.
Yeah, but a clear mind does, Carl.
That's my problem. That's my problem then. Paul.
Ryan Fox at $101.
I knew you'd come up with the stats as well, so I'll just leave that to you, Paul.
Okay, so as you say, a clear mind, relaxed, and I think that's a big, not an issue with Foxy, but when he's relaxed, he just seems to play a lot better. The wind is forecast to get up, and if there's someone who's showing form in windy conditions, it's Ryan Fox. The final round of the Vic Open last season, the conditions were
very windy.
It was. I think they were actually contemplating or postponing the final round because it was so windy that the ball was struggling to stay on the green at times. He shot an 8 under 64 and under those windy conditions to finish second behind Minwoo Lee, who just had too much of a lead. But he had an 8 under 64, 2 eagles in that final round 64. So he was smashing the ball, and he was smashing it fairly straight as well in terrible conditions. So if the wind does get up, I think Foxy, I think it brings the rest of the field back to him slightly. And so I think the 101 is a little bit of value. So Fox for me as me outsider. There we go.
This does have an early morning tee off, 8:40 tees off. All right. This is where you want to listen, boys. I found an absolute gem here. Forget Fox. The world number 233, Joachim Lagergren. I hope I've said that right. $126. We talked about the Alfred Dunhill links, Tom.
Yes.
This guy absolutely loves the Alfred Dunhill links. 2015, he was 4th. 2016, 4th. 2019, 3rd. Last year, T2. He has some very good scores at Kingsbarn, a 66 and a 62. He won the Sicilian Open in 2018 at Verdura, which is a Kyle Phillips designed course. He missed out on winning the Qatar Masters in 2017 in a playoff. He's made 8 of 9 cuts to close out last year, gaining strokes and putting in all of them. Very long shot, but definitely worth a look at $126.
What was his name again, sorry, Carl?
Joachim Lagergren.
Okay.
I've definitely said that wrong, but you'll find them. You'll find them.